Hello there everyone, Shibby here. Hope everybody out there's doing well and back once again with some more Pokemon trading card game pocket ranked matches. Today's video, it'll be the final set of my trilogy of videos where I've been trying to do something called the Kanto challenge, where I build a deck around each of the Kanto starters and see what we can get done in ranked with it. And I've already done Venusaur and Blastoise, and now it's time to do Charizard. So I've done a couple Charizard decks on the channel before, but this one is what I consider to be my main deck, and I haven't played it yet, surprisingly. So yeah, so obviously the idea is to try to get Charizard built up as quickly as possible with Rare Candy, and use its Stoke ability to get it built up so you can start sweeping your opponent. But I also have what I call Oricorio protection in Ponyta and Rapidash, so we don't get stuck and blocked out by an Oricorio deck. If you're unfamiliar with Oricorio, the electric type, you can't actually hurt it with an EX Pokemon unless there's some things that go around it, like Incineroars, like Burn Effect and stuff like that, where you can kind of get around it. But Charizard just does straight up damage, so unfortunately we cannot mitigate that. So hopefully this deck works, but we'll see what we can get done with it, and hopefully we get some good results. But yeah, that's enough for rambling, and let's go find our first game. Alrighty, looks like I found my first opponent here, and good, we get the good fortune of going second. And we start with the Ponyta, 2 rare candies, and not much else. Well, I realized I forgot to mention it in my opening, but if you're curious about like the full details of the deck and what I'm actually running completely in it, it'll be in the description of the video below should you want to check it out and try it, or just tell me how badly I put this deck together. But alright, we're starting out with a steel deck, Solgaleo, I would presume. So let's see. We do have the type advantage, but let's see if we can actually make use of it. But we'll get an energy into Ponyta, so we can start swinging on it. Another Charizard, but no basics, no Pokeballs, no nada. And unfortunately, I didn't get ahead, so we're only going to do 10 instead of 40. Now, if they've already got a rare candy and Solgaleo in hand, then this is going to be over before it starts. But we were hoping to do the same. Of course they haven't. Well, okay, I have no basics, no nothing, so we gotta draw into something here. All right, we get our Charmander. We do need a turn to Stoke, but let's try to give a Charmander a little bit of a break. And we do actually get a heads. So, it is in KO range for Charizard. Unfortunately, we're going to need some turns to get that built up. Damn it. Alright, well, we start out with going up against an opponent that just had everything they could ever need to beat me, unfortunately. Alright, well, hopefully maybe I can just draw another Charmander here. Rapidash could potentially work as well. Alright, we're just running one Ponyta, so this will net me another Charmander. So we can kind of delay here, but we gotta get it out so we can use our rare candy. Alright, Ponyta, can you come through for me again? We cannot. It'll still be 30. So even if they were to Lillie, we could one-shot if, God forbid, we can get built up back here. Alright, so they got a Skarmory. Poison Barb on the Skarmory, so we're going to get hit for 50. And down goes the Ponyta. Alright, we got a Charmander and a Dream. And a Lillie, so we can delay this a little further. Let's get an energy into our Charmander. Let's rare candy it up. And let's get the Mad Lad in here. And we stoke it up. So they have a choice. They can tag or pop me for 120. it probably behooved them to swing, because that would bring me down to 60 health. Okay. So this was actually kind of the best case scenario, because I'd have to burn Sabrina to bring that Solgaleo back in. So we play Lillie. So now Skarmory can't even kill me with a red, and they conceded. All right, well, as bad as that started, I'm surprised that we won and managed to get the win with Charizard there. But we have the type advantage going for us, and I complained enough that the Pokemon guys decided to just pity me and let me win. Well, alrighty. Well, good game set, opponent. Hopefully we can have this good luck as we continue on here. But yeah, I'll be back when I find my next match. Alrighty, looks like I found my next opponent here, and we do, once again, get the good fortune of going second. Okay, now we're cooking with gas here. This is the best hand that I could have possibly asked for, actually. And we have the type advantage again, which is also good. So let's see what we can get done. Now we have a red in hand as well, but that would be overkill. So they're running Meowscarda and Decidueye, so we need to make sure that Decidueye doesn't get started. Alright, let's do damage. Sprigato here, Sprigato. Alright, they play Erica. Fair. Alright, they do Cry for Help. Get another one. Alright, we get a Rapidash if we ever see our Ponyta. And it is time to get our boss monster out. Why, hello there, Charizard. Alright. Let's get stoked up. And we can start sweeping. Now, Rare Candy could complicate things, for sure. But they don't have anything that we can't one-shot. And we do have Lillie for a little bit of wiggle room here. Alright, so they definitely got Meowscarda. So we're going to get hit for, was it 130? Okay, but they don't have anything that bench that can kill me, which is good. Let's get another energy into Charizard here. Gonna Lillie it up to give us some breathing room. And say goodbye to Meowscarda. Now they have nothing that can attack me. Even if Decidueye comes in, it needs 2 energy to get going. But they've already spent 1 Rare Candy, so we gotta hope they don't have 2. Right, they're gonna oak it up. I would actually like to see Sabrina next turn. Alright, they're trying to build up a little bit of wall here. Alright, we got a Cyrus, which is not Sabrina. Alright, we'll do Steam Artillery. And now go Sorigato. Alright, now Decidueye in combination with Red or Giovanni could put an end to my Charizard. So we just gotta hope they bricked and did not get that Rare Candy. In the same way I bricked and did not get another basic. But there is another Charmander and a Ponyta running around here somewhere. But they did have to play Oak, so they actually cannot kill me. Alright, that Leaf Cape is actually not the end of the... Actually, I forgot Leaf Cape does plus 30. Please, for the love of God, give me basic. Shit. Okay, so... Can I still KO? I think... type disadvantage only gives me plus 20. And red is plus 20. So this will put me at 170. I'll only be able to hit them for 190, meaning that I can't kill them. So I think I got to play Iono to get another basic in my hand. Which does suck, but we got to do what we got to do. And I got another Charizard on top of everything else. All right, so that was the smart play. Let me get Ponyta out. Now the smart play, unless they heal, which they could. They heal. Never mind. I was going to say the smart play would be to bring in Ponyta. Because I could have guaranteed the kill with Ponyta, but well, I guess I could with Charmander as well. Alright, so we are in a good spot, actually, despite all that. Because we got our second Charizard. Baba Booey. And the Decidueye cannot one-shot my Rapidash. Because Pierce the Pain only works if I'm hurt already. Same with Charizard. It can't actually do anything to me. And red does not work on Rapidash because it's not an EX. Alright, that doesn't bother me. We can still take that out to Decidueye. Alright, it doesn't really help them to have another basic on the bench because if I take Decidueye out, they lose. But if they do play another basic, I can just tag that bad boy in and kill it, so it really doesn't matter. Alright, they do Pierce the Pain. And they conceded before I can do the final attack. Alright, well, we've gotten lucky with Charizard here. We've had the type advantage twice. I can't promise I'll get that lucky in the third one. But so far, 2-0 with Charizard. This has been the best performance of any of the Kanto starters that I've had, which I think Charizard's probably the best of the three. So it's a little bit easier to get him built up compared to Blastoise and Venusaur. So yeah, we'll see if we can continue the good fortune and good luck. But yeah, enough of me rambling, and let's go find our next opponent. Alrighty, looks like I have found my final opponent for the video, and we do get the good fortune of going second yet again. Alright, since I don't... Well, I guess I had the whole line in my hand, so I just should have played Charmander first, but... That's okay. At least this way, if I get a heads on Ponyta... This is another Meowscarda and Decidueye deck. Alright, if I get heads on Ponyta, we can eliminate the nuisance here. So let's try and do that. Well, I'll be damned. Usually coin tosses don't go my way in any shape or form, and that's precisely why I run this Ponyta for situations like this. Now, do most of the time, do I get tails and just only get 10 damage? Absolutely, but when it hits, it hits. Alright, well they can oak it up, but even if they have Meowscarda, doesn't really help them right now. Alright, they put the Leaf Cape on Sprigato. Good call, so no, I can't one-shot it. And they have already got Meowscarda, so we're going to have to try to chip away as much as we can. Ponyta. No, I'd love to see Rapidash here. I did not see Rapidash here, so we'll try to get done what we can. Alright, but any damage is good damage here. I don't want to play Iono because I don't want to risk not getting a Charizard back. Now, heads here would be awesome. Alright. All good things. We didn't really need that. Because even if with the Lillie, we can still one-shot it with Charizard. Alright, they do have another Rowlet back there. Alright, we do lose Ponyta here, which is unfortunate. Alright, but we're going to bring Charmeleon up. There's the Rapidash. I showed up a turn too late. Alright, let me think here. No, I was almost thinking I should just attack with Charmeleon. But I don't think it really behooved me to do so. I don't want to risk of there being a Giovanni or something and him being able to one-shot it. Well, not that he would have been able to because it's not an EX, but we have a Lillie to not make Meowscarda hit as hard. We're still going to have to take the 130, though. All right. Get another rare candy. All right, we play Lillie, so Decidueye cannot one-shot us. And we get rid of Meowscarda here. Now, we could absolutely get taken out with a combination of red, Decidueye, and because that would put them over 100. But let's hope they don't have that combination. Please don't have red. Please don't have red. I beg you to not have red. All right, thank God. And they conceded. Fair enough. we got lucky to run into basically every deck that is weak to Charizard, and happened to have luck bail us out a few times. But I will gladly take that. But we managed to go 3-0 with Charizard here, which I will gladly accept. It's the only one of the decks that I played in my little Kanto challenge that didn't lose in any way, shape, or form. I think overall my evaluation was Venusaur did, or I mean, what happened to me was Venusaur did okay. Like I think we broke even with Venusaur pretty much. Blastoise got destroyed. I think I probably built that deck wrong, but or just luck was just really against me. But yeah, Blastoise, I think I may have won. Oh God, maybe once, once with poor Blastoise. The Charizard's gonna go 3-0, which is okay by me. But yeah, good game to that opponent. I do believe I will end the video here though. To make it this far, I do thank you for watching. Like, subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.